Hey guys, welcome back this week. And for this video, like I promised, I will be showing some art. So here's a sneak peek of the finished process. And so I'm going to be showing a time lapse of the actual painting while I explain a little bit of the story. And so I will, throughout this process, this video and future videos for chapter 1, which will be composed of 6 paintings, I will be referring to it as like a story because it is something that I do eventually want to create into a storybook if time and God allows. But for this particular scene of the story, I originally wanted to introduce the lion character because since he is a continuous character through all of my stories, all of the chapters, I thought it would be a good moment to introduce him so that, the people viewing it can, know that he is an important character within the story. But since at this moment in the story, I or the character knew of God but did not know him, I thought it would also just be powerful to really leave it blank of all characters and just focus on the scenery and just allow it to set up the story as it is. And to be fair, I did want to admit fully that obviously, since this does come from the perspective of a dream or a nightmare, that I obviously added a lot of detail that was not there. So as beautiful as the landscape is, this is sadly not what I dream like. A lot of this is added in, but the main concepts are the castle, or the I tried to say palace and castle at the same time. The castle and the tree, because the castle is meant to represent I don't know if I would necessarily say heaven as much as just a life in Christ. I believe that a life in Christ is almost our default, like what we were born into, and therefore, as we live, because there is an emptiness, it is a lack of something, but because we can tell there's a lack of something, it's if it's that feeling of we were at that default and now we're not, and now something's missing. So the castle is kind of living in Christ, and that is where the character, or me, the princess, starts. But when a stranger comes in and lures her away from the castle and the tree is meant to look very beautiful and not necessarily dangerous, because as much as we're taught growing up, the devil is meant to be very beautiful. It's not like the cartoons where the devil is ugly and you're instantly can tell he's bad. In this story, it's meant to be represented where all the things that are bad and evil in the world are very alluring and beautiful. And so even though the princess is surrounded by beauty, there's a different type of beauty in the tree and the stranger that she is fascinated by and wants to go seek out. And so introducing those two elements of the castle and the tree, I think, is a very good setup for the first chapter of the story. And so I hope you have enjoyed it. I will continue to tell my story to you guys, but I wanted to keep this video short since it's only one painting. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it encourages you to keep watch for more videos to come and be excited for the final process of putting my show together. Hope to see you next week. Bye!